welcome to my channel, my dear friends. And today we have Kalaripayattu teacher. Kalaripayattu is an ancient martial art of ancient India, and we can say the mother of all martial arts. And welcome, sir. Welcome to my channel, and thank you so much, first of all, for saying yes for the interview.
Thank you so much, Saija. I'm very grateful to be invited to be interviewed by you.
Thank you, sir. The pleasure is mine. And if I ask you, what was the first time that when you heard about Kalari in your life, sir?
So I was studying theatre, and in the 60s there was a director. So in the 1960s there was a theatre director in Poland.
Oh.
And he had looked to use elements of Kalari practice in his actor training. So I read about this, and then I sought a teacher in London, and I found a man called John Cassie, who had for 15 years been going to India and learning. And so I started to learn from him in London, East London. And then within 6 months, I was going to India, and I went to visit his teacher, and then his Gurukul became my Gurukul.
Wow, amazing. That's a beautiful experience. And when you came to India, what was your first feeling about India?
Oh, well, you know, my first 4 months, I had no experience of Kalari. I was in the north. My first thought of India, yeah, it was overwhelming. You know, I landed and I was in Rishikesh. Before that, I was 21. I went first to Paraganj in Delhi, which was, for me, something I'd never seen before. Obviously, the level of poverty and the level of hardship for many people, you know. At the same time, the beauty in the way people were living everywhere where I was going was very striking. And the nature, you know, I traveled up from Rishikesh up towards Gangotri, and
wow,
yeah,
that's beautiful experience. And I got the opportunity to hear your experiences, and it's beautiful. And the way your experiences with ancient India, because when we say like most people are not aware, even being in India, most people are not aware of the beauty of ancient India and the culture here, and that the beauty of this martial art. And that when you mastering this art, did you face any difficulties in the early days that you felt, oh my God, I can't do this like that? Do you have any period of like that?
Yeah, I remember the first. Well, actually, my first thought actually was more like, oh, this is too easy, you know, because I'd come from doing actor training and quite hard training and in physical stuff, and then I came to Kalari, and my teacher says, you know, first day 15 minutes, second day 15 minutes. And I was like, oh, come on, I can do more than this. This is going to be very boring. And I got a yoga teacher as well, so I started to learn yoga as well. After 1 month, I was completely finished. I was dead, and I realized that if I could only do this one thing, Kalari. I didn't have it because when you start in a very gradual way, at least if you learn in the traditional way. And I think to teach you patience, that you can be held back often. And this obviously is a great lesson to learn, which I learned the hard way, because I just kept going and got to that point of my body being the Kalari practice. But actually you come to obstacles all the time. And I think this is the whole point of a physical practice that is challenging as Kalari. Not to discredit yoga, and I know it's very difficult, but to master it. And I certainly haven't mastered Kalari. But in the process of learning, because it's so much physically challenging, demanding, because you are jumping around, because you are using a weapon, and the other person is using a weapon and could hit you at any time. Because of this, it does many things. Firstly, it switches on your focus and makes you be very much there, which I think ekagrata is what we're trying to achieve through the practice, really. Yes. And secondly, because it's so physically demanding.
Wow, amazing. And when I saw your classes, I really felt that you have a lot of patience, because it takes time to, like, a new persons to learn it, and you're giving that time to the students. I observed that, because you are not rushing them like a one day evolution like that. It will not happen like that. It's gradual. So I saw that patience in you. So like while you're teaching the students and all the in the low heart videos, and when I first found your videos is that I heard a video, like a live video of Mr. Vidyut, I think, maybe last year, and he's explaining about Kalari knowledge. And then like a thought came to my mind that like everyone is seeing Kalari like a violent martial art that in various South Indian movies, they show like that. Even they show the art like a violent sport that a villain and a hero fight. They will not show the like art like it's important for our body and our like it's very important for evolution. They don't show like that. So when I thought about it, okay, people need to know about Kalari even in that soft way, that everyone needs it for their embodiment and for their evolution in spirituality or whether physically. So I thought like that. So what's your thoughts, sir? And it will help in spirituality, and in which way?
I'll try to come at that to answer the different points. So you're kind of asking me about the soft power in Kalari, yeah? And how in the media now they I mean, firstly, it's a great thing that you're starting to get it more in the movies, and you're starting to get a lot more on Instagram, a lot more people posting on Instagram. But still, the majority of the content is either look how beautiful Kalari is, and of course it is beautiful, or look how violent it is, and of course it is violent. But at the same time, it is other things, and I think that's what you're getting at. Yes. Because actually the construction of the practice is incredibly scientific, and the new research that we are getting now is all about, well, there's a lot of research into this world of fascia, connective tissue. And what we're finding is that there are lines of tension within the connective tissue which are basically the same as the nadis, yes, or the nadais, or yes, the Chinese meridian lines. So that these lines of energetical transfer movement, or significance at least, are in fact represented in physically in this substrate, in this gloss, is going around every single cell and joining everything together in the body like a spider's web. If you go in very close with a microscope, you will see it like a snotty spider's web, which is stretching apart, you know, and within that there is transfer actually of light, they think. Yes. So when you are working in Kalari, like in yoga, what you are doing is you are aligning and structuring not only a gross system of muscles and connective tissue, but an energetical system. And from that point of view, then you start to work on the vayus, on balancing the vayus, the 5 winds in the body, of which prana is one. And as those 5 winds come into balance, and at the same time you work on ekagrata, because your whole focus is on the physical details, realize the physical details, then actually, yes, you can say it becomes a spiritual process, but I hazard to use this word because it's so loaded. Yes. And what we have is, you know, I mean, I don't have anything against people who choose to be of any religion, and I see beauty in all of the religious readings I've read from the different traditions I've looked at. I looked at most of them. But I think Kalari doesn't have to be in that sense. I think what it is it's something that's bringing you very much into a point of focus. So from that point of view, if we look at the yogic path, we can say in Pratyahara, we have this ekagrata. In the 5th step, Pratyahara, there are 4 steps. Yes. And they say that you cannot go into samadhi, you cannot go into concentration or meditation or samadhi without first the ego going. And the ego only is going to ever go if we can cultivate this ekagrata. So from that point of view, we can say, yes, it is something that might help us to go in that direction, right? But that focus, I think we can develop simply by being focused. I don't think we have to do any practice to get that focus, you know, personally.
Well explained, yeah.
If you ask my, yeah, that will answer the last part of your question, which is what is my personal belief. Yeah.
Wonderful initiation, sir. I really appreciate that. But this is a wonderful opportunity for everyone in like any country, because it's a rare opportunity that you're giving an ancient art even for initially for free. That's a beautiful idea because it's rare, and I haven't seen that. Do you have any plans to collaborate with Vidyut maybe soon? I mean, like FNS video like that.
I would love to. Sure, that would be great. Sure, it'd be great.